If you keep earning more money but still feel broke, you're not bad with money, you're stuck in a pattern. And the most expensive phrase in personal finance is, just a little more. Because a little more doesn't create freedom if your brain adapts and your lifestyle expands at the same speed. In the next 15 minutes, you'll learn exactly why that happens, and the simple system that makes raises turn into wealth, not bigger bills. Quick disclaimer: this is educational, not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, and I don't know your full situation. Use this to learn and make choices that fit your goals. Here's what you'll walk away with. The two forces that erase raises: the hedonic treadmill and lifestyle inflation. The most common mistake that keeps people broke at higher incomes. A practical rule called a lifestyle anchor that stops lifestyle creep automatically. And a quick case study showing how two people with the same income end up with totally different freedom by age 40. I'll also give you a 7-day action plan at the end. Simple checklist, nothing fancy. Meet Dave. At 27, Dave thinks, if I made $70,000, I'd finally breathe, I'd feel stable. Then Dave does what you're supposed to do. He grinds, he gets promoted, he switches jobs once. Now he makes $78,000, and somehow he feels the same stress, maybe worse. So Dave's brain does something sneaky. It moves the finish line. Okay, if I just hit $100,000, then I'm good. Pattern interrupt. Have you ever hit a goal you swore would change your life, and within a month it just felt normal? Good. That's what we're dissecting. Dave gets the raise email. He celebrates. Then, almost automatically, upgrades the apartment, rent jumps. Upgrades the car, payment jumps. Treats himself, more delivery, subscriptions, random buys. A month later, Dave checks his bank account, and his balance looks sad. His stress goes up, even though his income went up. That's how just a little more keeps you poor. It turns into just a little more spending. This has a name, the hedonic treadmill. Simple version: humans adapt. When something improves, income, car, apartment, your happiness spikes. You feel relief. Then your brain recalibrates and says, cool, this is normal now. And once it's normal, it starts scanning for the next upgrade. Not because you're ungrateful, because your brain is built to keep you moving. That was great for survival thousands of years ago. It's terrible when your survival instinct gets hijacked by modern marketing and social pressure. Psychologists have studied this for decades. The idea was popularized in the 1970s by Philip Brickman and Donald Campbell. And the classic example is lottery winners. Even people who win huge amounts of money tend to drift back toward a baseline level of happiness over time more than you'd expect. Translation: if your brain can normalize a lottery win, it will normalize your raise. So the problem isn't that you're lazy or bad with money. The problem is your expectations update faster than your life. And in the next section, I'll show you where this becomes a real financial trap, the moment your bills start growing with your income. Because that's the part that keeps people stuck for years. That upgrade high is real and temporary. New salary feels amazing, then it's just your salary. New car feels amazing, then it's just your car. Your brain isn't designed to stay impressed. Pattern interrupt. If upgrades made people permanently satisfied, ads would stop working tomorrow. Common mistake people make. The mistake is assuming the next milestone will fix it. I didn't feel it at $70K, so I need $100K. I didn't feel it at $100K, so I need $150K. But the treadmill doesn't care what number you hit. It keeps running. Example: you get a $10,000 raise. After taxes and deductions, maybe that's roughly $600 a month more in take-home pay, depending on your situation. Your brain immediately assigns that $600. Nicer place. Nicer car. More convenient spending. Now the raise is gone and you're back to feeling tight, except your baseline expenses are higher. Action step: the 30-day raise rule. When your income goes up, freeze your lifestyle for 30 days. No new payments, no upgrades. Just let the raise hit your account and notice your impulses. That pause is how you step out of autopilot. Now let's talk about the bank account version of the treadmill. Lifestyle inflation is when your spending expands to absorb your income. and it usually happens quietly. Rent creeps up. Car payment creeps up. Food spending creeps up. Subscriptions stack up. None of these are bad alone, but together they turn raises into permanent obligations. Contrarian truth, you don't need a huge income to build wealth. You need space between what you earn and what you spend. The mistake is focusing on small spending while ignoring big fixed costs. People stress about coffee and ignore a $500 housing upgrade they can't undo easily. Fixed costs are the cage. At $60K salary, you might take home about $3,900 month. Example. Essentials, $2,400. Leftover, $1,500. Now you make $80K, taking home about $5,200 month. Example. But then, rent goes up $500. Car payment goes up $150. Food delivery goes up $300. Subscriptions and convenience add $200, $400. Now expenses are around $3,800. Leftover, $1,400. You made more money and have less breathing room. Steve translation, you didn't get poorer. Your life got hungrier. Once a month, track only your fixed commitments. Housing, car plus insurance, minimum debt payments, subscriptions, recurring bills. Goal, keep commitments from rising every time income rises. Now, even if you control lifestyle inflation, there's still a reason more money doesn't always equal more peace. Money helps a lot when you're struggling, but the emotional return on money tends to flatten as you become more stable. Meaning, the first jumps in income reduce stress dramatically. Later jumps still help, but less. So chasing higher and higher income can become a bad trade if it costs your health, time, and relationships. The mistake is believing, if I double my income, I'll double my peace. But doubling income often comes with more stress, more hours, more pressure, more temptation to spend. So you get a smaller emotional reward for a bigger life cost. Example in units. Going from $50K to $100K might give you a big boost in stability. Call it 20 units of relief. Going from $100K to $200K might give you only 5 or 6 more units, because you've already solved the basics. But the cost might be 10 extra hours a week, constant pressure, and bigger bills. That's how people become high earners and still feel trapped. Define enough as a lifestyle and schedule. Emergency fund target. Investing percentage. Housing cost that feels calm. What your ideal week looks like. Because enough as a feeling will always move. Enough as a number can be defended. Now for the most important part, the psychological traps and the exit ramps. Core idea, you think you'll relax when you arrive. Once I hit $100K, I'll chill. Then you hit it, adapt, and your brain says next. Common mistake, postponing your life until a number. Example, Dave hits $100K, upgrades rent by $600, upgrades car by $200, and now he can't afford to relax anymore. He needs the income to maintain the lifestyle. Write your next money goal and what it changes in real terms. If it only changes how I feel, that's a warning sign. Attach it to something real. Savings rate, debt payoff, time, freedom. Core idea. Experiences often hold value longer than stuff because they become memories and connection. Common mistake. Buying identity props instead of doing the thing. Example, $200 camping trip versus a $40,000 SUV upgrade for camping. Or $100 class versus a $15,000 renovation you stop noticing. Action step. Before upgrading, ask, what experience am I trying to buy? Then see if you can buy the experience directly for less. Here are the 3 exit ramps. Lifestyle anchor rule. Choose a raise split. 70-30, 60-40, or 50-50, save, invest versus lifestyle. Automate the wealth portion immediately. Negative visualization weekly. 10 minutes imagining losing what you have, not to scare yourself, to break adaptation and increase appreciation. Optimize for time. Money is stored time. Save and invest broadly and sensibly diversified, long horizon, aligned with risk tolerance. Low-cost index funds can be an example. The goal is options, not flexing. And now let's close the open loop with the case study. Two versions of Dave, both 30. Both earning $80,000. Treadmill Dave upgrades with every raise. Nicer rent, nicer car, more convenient spending. Low savings rate because bills consume the raise. Feels behind constantly. Anchor Dave uses the 70-30 rule. Most raises go to saving and investing broadly for the long term. Upgrades only when aligned with values. Avoids lifestyle locks, big fixed payments. At 40, Treadmill Dave might earn more but feel trapped. Anchor Dave has options. Downshift, take time off, switch paths, handle emergencies without panic. Same income, different system, different life. Thesis again, salary doesn't make you feel rich, systems do. You don't feel rich because your brain adapts. Hedonic treadmill. Your spending adapts. Lifestyle inflation. Money has diminishing emotional returns. The finish line moves. Arrival fallacy. The solution isn't never want more. It's wanting on purpose and defending enough with rules. Here's your 7-day checklist. Day 1, list fixed commitments: housing, car, insurance, debt minimums, subscriptions. Day 2, pick a lifestyle anchor: split 70-30, 60-40, or 50-50. Day 3, automate one transfer on payday: savings or investing. Day 4, do a no new payments week. Day 5, replace one status buy with a real experience. Day 6, 10 minutes negative visualization. Day 7, define enough in real terms: fund, percent, housing, ideal week. If you do only one thing, set the lifestyle anchor. It stops the bleeding automatically. Subscribe to Steve Invests for practical money systems, saving, budgeting, and long-term investing without hype.